The best anti-poverty program is a world-class education. Reading is important. If you know how to read, then the whole world opens up to you. Change won't come from the top, change will come from mobilized grassroots. The big house and the nice suits and the other things that our money culture says you should buy, betrays a poverty of ambition. Our stories may be singular, but our destination is shared. You can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. While we breathe, we will hope. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. Change is never easy, but always possible. Each of us deserves the freedom to pursue our own version of happiness. No one deserves to be bullied. Each path to knowledge involves different rules, and these rules are not interchangeable. For we know that our patchwork heritage is a strength, not a weakness. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope, you will fill yourself with hope. A change is brought about because ordinary people do extraordinary things. Yes, we can. We are the change we have been waiting for. In the unlikely story that is America, there has never been anything false about hope. In the face of impossible odds, people who love this country can change it. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. We don't ask you to believe in our ability to bring change, rather, we ask you to believe in yours. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. And it will leave you unfulfilled. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. Nothing can stand in the way of the power of millions of voices calling for change. The worst thing that colonialism did was to cloud our view of our past. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. A good compromise, a good piece of legislation, is like a good sentence, or a good piece of music. Everybody can recognize it. They say, huh. It works. It makes sense. Issues are never simple. One thing I'm proud of is that very rarely will you hear me simplify the issues. I've got 2 daughters, 9 years old and 6 years old. I am going to teach them first of all about values and morals. But if they make a mistake, I don't want them punished with a baby. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. Money is not the only answer, but it makes a difference. Now, as a nation, we don't promise equal outcomes, but we were founded on the idea everybody should have an equal opportunity to succeed. No matter who you are, what you look like, where you come from, you can make it. That's an essential promise of America. Where you start should not determine where you end up. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a certain poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself. Because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. We, the people, recognize that we have responsibilities as well as rights, that our destinies are bound together, that a freedom which only asks what's in it for me, a freedom without a commitment to others, a freedom without love or charity or duty or patriotism, is unworthy of our founding ideals, and those who died in their defense. If the people cannot trust their government to do the job for which it exists, to protect them and to promote their common welfare, all else is lost. There is not a liberal America and a conservative America, there is the United States of America. There is not a Black America and a white America and Latino America and Asian America, there's the United States of America.